Are you looking for a build that absolutely one-shots bosses and can decimate all other content in the game
109%
simply by
delirious
just
boss
walking
one.
forward? Lazy, not even a one-button build for mapping, it's a no-button build. But all you really need to do is stick around. We'll show you what to do, we'll show you how to do it, and we're going to make it real easy for you. Enjoy. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mighty Moth here, back with another video. Today, do we have a treat for you? Me and the gang, the crew, the boys, we have been in the lab, the kitchen, wherever, cooking up, and this build is something special. It originally came from a video in Hardcore Solo Self-Found from a great content creator called, ironically, the Great Seijin. He did a ShieldCharge Resonating Shield Blood Mage. We decided to take that into trade, shoot that mother lover up into space to the moon, and add BleedDancer to it. So, before we get into the video, if you haven't subscribed to the Great Seijin's channel, you should definitely go over there, check out some of his stuff. He's got a lot of good content. So, in this video, we are going to show you T4 bosses, 150% delirious maps, breaches, expeditions, you name it. So, let's start with the gear. Let's get it going. So, as you see here, the hammer that makes it all possible. We would like to have elemental damage to attacks on it as well, but we don't. Amulet's pretty straightforward. The rarity could be different. You need a shield with high armor and high block chance. As many damage modifiers as you can get. And this build is kind of stat heavy and resistance heavy. So you're going to have to really make some stuff work. The gear is pretty hyper specific, but you could make do and it doesn't have to be the upper echelon of gear. This shield I've been testing using for Infernal Cry on bosses, so I just have to do it once. I'm at max rage, then I shield charge. So far so good, but it doesn't really work that well in packs. So life remnants, dissipate, cannibalism, and interlude. Pretty standard stuff. Martial tempo, life thief, close combat. The rest of the stuff you don't really need. Overpower and ruthless, just for some stun buildup. You don't have to do it, but it's not bad. You don't even need seismic cry, but we're Mighty Mouth, so we have it. Pretty standard stuff. Heightened curse, encumbrance, herald of plague, heft, heavy swing, execute, exploit weakness, concentrated effect in your shield charge, lightning exposure, fire exposure, fauna blood, fauna rage, and strip away in the solar orb to give all those exposures. Ingenuity and raging cry and infernal cry, that's what gives us our rage. Pretty standard BleedDancer and venom, corrosive, bursting plague, armor explosion, magnified effect. Devastate and armor breaker, just in case you have to break armor. And then elemental focus, physical mastery, hemo crystals, and you can put vitality, you can put whatever you want in it. We just wanted a little extra life regeneration, that's all. Now, for the passive tree, you could go out and around. You don't have to take these nodes, but it is literally the same amount of passive points, so you might as well get something other than attributes. But if you need the attributes, go the attribute route. Just kind of path your way down through here. We take all the bleed chance and the magnitude here. These increased chance to inflict ailments is going to help you get closer to a 100%, which we are not at yet, but if we reach like level 97, we'll be able to do it. You could grab all those extra points down there in like the arrowhead. Obviously, you need this stuff for Deepest Tower. We anointed Finality. It saves us 3 points. Not huge, but it helps. And we have Burning Strikes just for the extra fire damage. And Dependable Ward is always pretty good. Just get that faster shield charge restart. Blood Magic, Giant's Blood. It's like the typical build. If you've seen any of my builds, this is basically the setup I use almost all of the time. This is just what we take. And Your jewels, you're just going to want as much chance to inflict bleed, bleed magnitude, global fizz, fire damage, anything like that. But if you don't want to get that extra jewel slot, you could come down here and get these extra chance to inflict bleed. It would not be bad. It is almost necessary to have 100% chance. These are your nodes. This is what makes it all possible. The elemental damage contributes to magnitude, and the cursed enemy's bleed is aggravated. This node here with the regalia, it giving us life based on the energy shield on our body armor, isn't great, but it's an extra 150 life that we wouldn't have got any other way. And there you have it. That's pretty much the build. Now we're just going to show us knocking some stuff out. Just strict one-shots, you know, casual stuff. This guy here, 150% delirious. Just wanted to show you the screenshot of the map modifiers. Was just prefixes. I was just testing to see what the damage would be like. These are the modifiers on the map, and these are the modifiers on the waystone. And here are some highlights of this map. This is, as soon as we got in, this was the density of this map. Not bad, right? Pretty decent. Irradiated, cleansed, breach, expedition, 150% delirious map.
Ah!
Not too shabby. I mean, these guys are just falling. The combination of Herald of Plague and Herald of Blood are almost too good with this BleedDancer build. I really wanted to work in Plague Fingers so that the poison magnitude could also be affected by elemental damage, but we just lost so much damage from not having flat and melee skills on our gloves. And it also gave us some life leech, which is weird that in our passive tree we didn't spec into any extra life leech on a reflect build, and we have zero trouble. Just 2 rolls of life leech and we're golden. As you see, oh my god, we run into a Kosis. Oh wait, there's an Omni as well, plus all these rare mobs and all these delirium mobs and all this and that. You should be dead. There goes Kosis. As you can see, even the Herald of Blood and the BleedDancer damage is enough to basically kill 150% delirious unique monsters like Kosis and Omniphobia. This breach is absolutely cracked. I mean, the density is crazy. Again, 150% delirious map, and we're just strolling through. I mean, there's a lot going on. Their damage is so high that we're getting stunned, like you've seen there, but it's no problem. So, as you can see, basically any content you do is pretty easy. There aren't very many weaknesses to the build other than the fact that it's mostly a reflect build. So maps with stun buildup and temporal chains are kind of iffy, though we have only died 20 times by level 94, and we run some crazy maps. Some that we know we're going to die in, but we wanted to test the build anyways. And surprisingly, some of them I actually made it through, only to get one shot by the boss in Fortress at 109% delirious. But I didn't save the footage, or I would have put it in here for a good laugh. This is probably the encounter that I have the most trouble with, just because of all the mechanics, and ShieldCharge is kind of a long animation, and you do sometimes get stunned. But if you added some stun threshold to your build, or you just took out one of the skill gems to get the increased stun threshold while using the skill, then you would probably have no issues whatsoever. And the damage is good enough still with the bleed to where you wouldn't even notice it was gone. But while you finish watching this, I just want to give another shout out to the great Seijin. Please go over to his
Dude, he
channel and
keeps
give him
fucking
a
stunning
sub,
me.
a like, leave a comment. That being said, you already know what it is. You are enough. Stay blessed. And as always, stay mouthy.
Golly.
Even if you don't agree with me, leave me a comment, give us a like, and if you
That
like
shit
what you
almost
see,
killed me.
give us a sub. We'll see you on the next one.